Still juggling files across hard drives, Google Drive and Dropbox? Let me give you a solution. A private 136TB cloud that can transfer 1GB file in under a second, and all of that without any costly subscriptions. We're setting up the UGREEN NAS DXP4800 Plus to see if it can keep up with professional ArchViz workflows. We'll test its speed with large 3D project files, organize visuals and references with an offline AI photo album, and check whether this TOF-certified NAS can really give you safer, faster storage than the cloud. Full disclosure, this video is sponsored by UGREEN. They sent us this model for testing, but I can tell you from the test that we've already done that it delivers great performance. We've already invested into 4 16TB drives and 2 4TB SSD drives, and we're making it our main NAS. UGREEN NAS series is now available on Amazon and the UGREEN website. Check the links in the description. Let's start with the setup. It is extremely easy and beginner-friendly. You just have to place your drives in the tray and place them inside. UGREEN NAS works seamlessly with mainstream software and hardware, including third-party hard drives, which gives us great flexibility. Once the drives are in, plug in the power and attach the NAS to your switch via Ethernet cable. After you power it, you can simply follow the step-by-step system guide in the UGREEN app to set up the NAS and start using it right away. Let me tell you more about the connection. We have a UGREEN NAS where all the projects, assets, textures and other files are located. We don't store files on our PCs. This NAS is connected to the switch via an Ethernet cable. All the computers are connected to the switch, which gives them access to the network. Additionally, the Wi-Fi router is connected to the switch as well, which gives the internet connection to all the computers. You can expand this setup and connect another server to the switch, which will give access to it from all the computers in the network. This model has a maximum storage capacity of up to 136TB, which is equivalent to 92,000 movies or 47 million pictures. With this NAS, you can finally free up the space on your phone, laptop and cloud and never worry about the storage limits again. You'll never run out of space for your important files and media. Once the NAS is set up, we are able to create a storage pool. Here we can select available hard drives. I will leave SSDs for a cache, which I will set up later on. Then we are able to choose the RAID type. RAID is a method of combining multiple drives to improve performance, redundancy, or both. Different RAID levels balance speed, storage, efficiency, and data protection in different ways. I will use RAID 10, which combines mirroring and striping to deliver fast performance with strong redundancy. It can roughly double the speed of a single drive, and in a 4-drive setup, up to 2 drives can fail, as long as they're not from the same mirror pair. This will provide me with a really fast and secure setup, which is super important in my professional work. In this RAID type, though, you are sacrificing half of your drives for speed and protection. Keep in mind that this is not a backup. For example, if you are hacked or your house burns, you will lose all your data. With UGREEN NAS, you have different backup options, including local, external, and cloud backups for flexible data protection. It is a topic for another video though. I recommend checking the hard drive test option to monitor disk health and prevent data loss early. It can identify corrupt drives early, allowing you to return them to the store before they fail completely. Then you are able to create different volumes inside of this pool. I will just create one volume. Creating a storage pool and volume will take more than a day for this setup. When it's done, we can set up the SSD cache. SSD Cache is very useful for 4K video editing and large 3ds Max projects with heavy textures and assets, as it boosts both loading and saving speeds for a smoother workflow. Installing SSDs is super easy too. Just unscrew the plate at the bottom, plug the drives in, add the thermal pads, and screw the plate back. Keep in mind that the 2x4TB SSD drives will not be added to the storage in this case. They will just be used for a cache, which will make the NAS faster. When all is said and done, we can easily map the drives to our PC. First, we have to create a shared folder. You can create as many as you wish. Then, we can map them to our PC. Use the option Map Network Drive. Choose the drive letter and map it using the LAN address and the shared folder name. Easy, right? Next, let's talk about speed. My model has a 10 gigabit Ethernet connection out of the box, plus an additional 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port, and runs a 12th Gen Intel Pentium Gold to keep up. The standard and most popular network is 1 gigabit, which will transfer your files at a speed of around 125 megabytes per second. A 10 gigabit network is simply 10 times faster. Let's see this in action. Here I have a 60 gigabyte file. Let's copy it to my UGREEN NAS. As you can see, I am getting the speed of around 1 gigabyte per second throughout, and the process takes about 60 seconds. Then, let's copy the same file to my other server, which has a 1 gigabit Ethernet connection. It will take around 9 minutes. The difference is huge. To reach that speed, you also need a 10 gigabit Ethernet port on your workstation, at least Cat6a cabling, a 10 gigabit Ethernet switch, and storage fast enough to sustain it. Then let's compare it to uploading it to Google Drive. I don't have enough space on my account. Let's try a smaller file. It's taking ages. I was waiting 30 seconds and it didn't even start uploading. You get the point. Speed is not just about moving files around. It is also very important when working on projects. For example, working on my Unreal Engine course file is impossible on my 1 gigabit Ethernet server. It's just too laggy. You might not see this on the screen recording, but every time I move my mouse, there is about 1 second delay. So I had to copy the project to my PC to work on it, then move it back. It's a nightmare. With a 10 gigabit Ethernet connection on the UGREEN NAS, the problem is solved. It's similar to working from a PC. Everything works nicely and smoothly. In 3ds Max, it also saves a lot of time when saving and loading projects, importing assets, loading textures, doing autosave, and stuff like that. With video editing, it's the same story as with Unreal. I had to work from my PC. With my new UGREEN NAS, I can skip a lot of steps and just edit out of the server. The best part about this setup is the access. Have standard access to the NAS via Ethernet cable in the office, which we've discussed before, but on top of that, we can access it via web browser, desktop, or mobile apps. For remote work, log in through a secure web portal or map a drive over VPN to open and save files from home. And on the go, the UGREEN mobile app lets you browse, preview, upload from your camera roll, and download files to your phone. And you can share any file or folder directly from the app with time-limited, password-protected links. On top of that, you can set users, groups, and folder permissions so each workstation only sees the right projects, and you don't have to worry about your most precious data. With UGREEN NAS built-in AI smart recognition and classification function, you can sort and organize photo albums effortlessly. Let's say you have to find a render you did before. Instead of searching through the folders, you can simply search for photos by entering search keywords. If you use it for photos, it can intelligently identify and classify albums based on people, places, or animals. This AI model runs locally, without an internet connection, and won't upload personal data to any online servers, which is super important for me, especially with my personal photos. With UGREEN NAS, you get fast, secure, and expandable storage that fits both solo creators and teams. It keeps all your projects, assets, and photos in one place with easy remote access and AI-powered tools. If you're looking for a reliable alternative to juggling drives and cloud subscriptions, this is a setup worth considering. Check the links in the description to find out more. Bye-bye!